All right, coming at you from Santa Clara 49ers headquarters on Friday as they release their final injury report leading into their Week 5 game against the Arizona Cardinals. So here it is. Linebacker Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles and defensive end Yetur Gross-Matos are out for this game. For Flanagan-Fowles, it's a calf. For Gross-Matos, it's the knee. And so Flanagan-Fowles is a starter when the 49ers are in their base defense of three linebackers. So they're going to have to find someone else there. Looks like probably D. Winters will step into that role because he was cleared to play in this game. He was on the injury report throughout with an ankle injury that's kind of been bothering him. As far as Gross-Matos, he's been, a rotational defensive end, also bumps inside to rush the passer on nickel down. So that's something where the 49ers do have enough defensive linemen that they can compensate for that. Doubtful is Chris Conley, the wide receiver, special teams player, fourth or fifth receiver. So he will not play in this game. As far as questionable, 5 guys listed as questionable for this game, including Fred Warner, George Kittle, Jacob Cowing, Isaac Yiadom, and Clea Davis. Clea Davis is coming off of injured reserve with the knee issue. He underwent surgery right after the first preseason game when he hurt that thing. Look for him to get bumped up to the 53-man roster for this game. I think there's a pretty good chance that he will play in this game. So cleared to play, Jordan Elliott, Kevin Givens, Talanoa Hufanga, and D. Winters. All 4 of those guys were on the injury report throughout the week, but all of them cleared, 100% will play. So as far as the linebacker position goes, Warner is still, like I said, questionable. Tatum Bethune, the rookie 7th-round pick from Florida State, he saw a lot of action this week at the Mike linebacker position. So we'll see. I mean, he'll definitely be up for this game. Whether he has to start, that remains to be seen. My inclination is that the questionable guys, most of those guys will play. The one question that I would have is about Isaac Yiadom, because you saw Renardo Green play more and more in the second half of the game against the Patriots. My thought would be that Renardo Green probably steps in and plays that third cornerback role with Isaac Yiadom listed as questionable for this game. With Jacob Cowing questionable, he could still be up for this game, but a possibility. There's a chance that Trent Taylor would be active and he would handle the punt return chores. But as the 49ers head into this, Kyle Shanahan said on Friday that it could be Jacob Cowing, it could be Kyle Juszczyk, it could be Ronnie Bell, or it could be Trent Taylor moving up from the practice squad as a standard elevation to play in this game. Hey, Sunday, if you're coming out here, drink a lot of water, sunblock, wear a big floppy hat like I wear during 49ers training camp to shield my Dumbo ears and everything else from the sun, because it's going to be a hot one, 96 degrees. And when the 49ers are released here at Levi Stadium, it seems to be a little bit hotter than what maybe is shown on the weather report. So it's going to be a hot one at Levi Stadium, the hottest game probably ever, or at least through the first 10 years of Levi Stadium, hottest game here in Santa Clara. So when the 49ers found out about the weather report early in the week, they did contact the league office and they said, hey, can we wear our white uniforms for this game? They learned the rule because this has never come up before, but the rule is you have to declare what uniforms you're going to wear before the season. I don't know if you remember, but it was probably in June or July, I think probably July, where the 49ers announced the uniforms they were going to be wearing for every game, home and away, this season. And their traditional home uniforms are the red tops. Well, the 49ers asked the league, can we wear white tops? And they informed the 49ers that no, you can't do that because you've already declared what your home uniform is for the rest of the season, which is interesting because Kyle Shanahan said at other places that he's coached, he mentioned specifically Tampa Bay. Early in the season, the Buccaneers want to wear their white uniforms at home because it does help with the heat, staying cooler, wearing the light uniforms. But he did say that moving forward, more than likely, the 49ers will make that request to the league office whenever it's time to declare which uniforms you're going to wear. He said probably until the middle of October moving forward, the 49ers will wear light colored jerseys, probably all whites, the throwback whites with the white jerseys, the white pants. They will probably do that in future seasons just to prepare for the instance where it is extraordinarily hot. Like I said, the temperatures look like they're going to be in the mid 90s for this game, and who knows how hot it'll be on the field. The 49ers do have the advantage, however, that they are on the shady side of the stadium. When Levi Stadium was getting prepared to get open, the 49ers initially were going to be on the sunny side, but it was Jim Harbaugh who said, no, we want to be on the shady side to prevent those kinds of heat issues. So 49ers taking a lot of precautions this week as they prepare for this game, a lot of fluid, a lot of water, a lot of hydration here during the week. And Kyle Shanahan said that I'm sure a lot of players will take precautionary IVs before the game. And of course, that'll be something that they'll be doing during the game and probably at halftime as well. Okay. So one last thing, I talked earlier in the week about the 49ers and Devonte Adams, the Raiders wide receiver who apparently is on the trade block. Raiders are willing to trade him. Of course, a lot of comments about there's no way Mark Davis would want to trade Devonte Adams to the 49ers or to the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's not likely to happen. I went through the reasons on a previous video of why I didn't think it made sense for the 49ers. On his KNBR radio hit on Fridays, John Lynch was asked about the 49ers' interest or anything about Devonte Adams. And his answer was, we like our group. And it is true. The 49ers have whatever their issues are on offense or defense, don't lump wide receiver into that, because right now with Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and Juwan Jennings, those are three top-notch wide receivers. I know some people will be saying, well, Brandon Ayuk hasn't performed since he signed the big money deal, but there's a reason they signed him to that contract, and they're not going to pull the plug on him after 4 games. So anyway, with those 3 wide receivers, and then of course Ricky Pearsall, scheduled to come back soon, perhaps, 49ers would have 4 receivers that they really think highly of. But what John Lynch said about Adams was, we like our group. Devonte is a hell of a player. One thing we've shown is we're always, or they're never afraid. They're always looking. They're never afraid to see what's out there. So they like the roster right now. They think the roster is a good spot. And they have had some injuries. And he said, but you never say never. But he kind of reiterated then, 49ers like the way the team is currently constructed, and they do like their wide receiver room. Okay, so that's it on the Friday as the 49ers get prepared to face the Arizona Cardinals on NBC Sports Bay Area. I came through with my 5 49ers to watch. Check that out. And on Saturday, I'll delve into that a little bit deeper and kind of explain why those 5 49ers that I highlighted are, in fact, the 5 49ers to watch. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, leave a comment, a like, whatever else, and we'll be back at you on Saturday with our 5 49ers to watch.